My mom looked me right in the eye and said, "I'm done pretending I like your kids. Stop bringing them to family dinners." So I answered, "Good, because I'm done pretending I didn't figure that out years ago." Can you imagine your own mother looking you dead in the eye and telling you, "I'm tired of pretending I like your kids. Stop bringing them to dinners"? What would you even say? Because what I said back, it was a lifetime in the making. I'm Melissa, 34. The oldest. The fixer. I live by schedules because it's how I survive. My drawer of labeled cables, emergency forms in a neat folder, that basket by the door with sunscreen, band-aids, and fruit snacks, they're my armor against the chaos of life. My son, Noah, he's 8, and he measures everything. Steps, seconds, even bites. My daughter, Emma, she's 5, and she firmly believes glitter is proof that good things happen. Their backpacks are always draped over dining chairs, like small, beloved pets. We live in a 2-bedroom apartment. Thin walls. A sticky window. The parking lot view turns pink at sunset. It's not fancy, but it's ours. My sister, Sophia, she's 2 years younger than me. She has one of those laughs that people describe as light. My mom, Linda, she calls it appropriate. Mom loves things that look appropriate. Cream throw pillows. Glass candle holders. Holiday photos where she stands in the center, like a queen. She loves rules that you can't trace back to her, and favors that feel like dues you owe. I mostly do things quietly. I'm the one who remembers birthdays. Prescriptions. I take mom to the dentist. I send Sophia an Uber when she's too stressed to drive. After my divorce, I cut cable, kept the internet. I bought a budget planner. Learned to roast a chicken and stretch it for 3 days. I started saying, "We're okay," the way some people say grace. That Saturday morning it was pancakes. Emma was in a paper crown sheet decorated with crayons and 6 different princess stickers. Noah was seriously correcting my count of blueberries per pancake, because he's fair like that. My phone buzzed. It was Mom. I hit speaker because my hands were in batter. "Melissa," Mom said, clipped like she was cutting a ribbon in the air. "I'm tired of pretending I like your kids." My blood ran cold. The bowl in my hands suddenly felt heavy. "What?" I managed, not loud, just flat. "I'm tired," she repeated. "I don't want them at Sophia's engagement dinner tonight. It's not suitable. Don't take them." Noah looked at me, then at Emma. Emma adjusted her crown like she hadn't heard, but I saw her small shoulders lift. "It's an engagement dinner," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "They're your grandkids. They're noisy. They spill things. It's a curated evening. I'm done pretending." She said curated like she was touring a museum, like my kids were an exhibit that didn't fit the theme. "Say it again," I demanded. "Sometimes, I need the words to sit on the table where everyone can see them. I'm tired of pretending I like your kids. Don't take them to your sister's engagement dinner." The kitchen felt impossibly small. The pancake on the griddle burned a little at the edge. "Okay," I said. I wasn't agreeing. I was acknowledging a fact. She had said it. "Good," she said, relieved. "Sophia's future in-laws are particular. We need to set a tone." She hung up. The counter was covered in flour. My hands smelled like vanilla and heat. Noah asked, "Do we bring our own forks?" He was so serious. I smiled. "That boy saves me." "They'll have forks," I said. I tied shoes. I searched for Emma's other sock. I listened to the dryer thump. I packed a bag, like I always do, even when I don't know where I'm going. Wipes. Crayons. Small crackers. A clean t-shirt. My patience. In my head I wrote sentences and crossed them out. I am not the fight. I am the line. At noon, I took the kids to the park. They ran laps around a pine tree that dropped cones like landmines. I sat on a bench and watched a kite that wasn't ours tilt against a pale sky. I didn't text back. I thought about the last 10 years and how things fail quietly until one day you can hear them breaking. I used to volunteer. For everything. I believed in family, like a subscription I couldn't cancel. When Dad left, I covered the water bill because no one else was even looking at the mail. When Sophia moved to experiment with creative careers, I Venmo'd so many last-minute studio fees that my phone's autocorrect changed studio to student loan, like it was begging me to pay myself first. Mom has a love language, leverage. "You're my rock," she'd say, right before adding another weight. She keeps a tone for me that sounds like management. Be reasonable. Don't make a scene. You're good at money, just cover it. There were nights I said yes out of reflex. There were mornings I woke up and checked my account like it might apologize. When Jenna and I split, I kept the apartment. The kids knew the corners. I got a second job for 6 months, moderating content from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. and learned to sleep in the sliver between 3 and 6. I told myself it would get easier when I was caught up, but the finish line kept moving, like a treadmill someone else controlled. Sophia doesn't think of herself as selfish. She thinks of herself as curated. Her Instagram has muted whites and bright lemons. Her captions say soft life. She calls me when the soft life hits a hard edge. My nail tech only takes cash, can you spot me? Uber is surging, can you send a code? Daniel's mom likes peonies, can you call around? I call her back when no one needs someone at pickup, and I'm stuck at the pediatrician with Emma. 1 out of 5 times she can. The other 4, she says, I'm literally at dry bar. Like it's a church, and I should be respectful. Mom loves Sophia out loud. She loves me in the form of tasks completed. She calls Sophia my baby and me my helper. Sometimes, she flips it and calls me ingrate when I fail to read her mind. When Sophia got engaged to Daniel, a man who calls waiters brother and tips like a spreadsheet, Mom found a mission. We're setting a standard, she declared. Elegant, but accessible. She texted mood boards like she was applying for a job. I offered to build a simple website with details and RSVPs. We hired a friend, Sophia said. The friend charged $900 for a site that loaded like a tired elevator. 2 weeks before the engagement dinner, Sophia texted, Can you help with tiny things? Tiny things. Menu cards. Place cards. A 6-minute slideshow. Call the venue because Daniel's family is particular about wine. I said yes to the slideshow and printing if she covered costs. She sent a thumbs up and a heart. No money. Mom called. We should contribute generously, she said. Daniel's parents paid for the rehearsal. It's an engagement dinner, I said. It's a statement, she countered. The statements kept arriving. An email from Daniel's mother, family expectations spelled out in pale pink. No denim, no phones, no children under 12. RSVP via customized link. We appreciate discretion about costs. That last line was funny coming from a woman who CC'd 6 people. I wrote back, We'll dress accordingly. I didn't write what I was thinking. My kids are not a budget line, and I don't raise them to be invisible. The day before the engagement dinner, I dropped off the printed cards at Mom's house. It smelled like lemon cleaner and stress. The dining table looked like a craft store had exploded, but tastefully. Mom and Sophia were arranging napkins with surgical focus. Mom looked up, seeing me through a window. Perfect timing. We're finalizing the seating. Great, I said. Where are Noah and Emma sitting? Mom paused. Sophia kept folding. Melissa, we already discussed adults only. You're tired of pretending you like my kids, I said, repeating it the way you repeat an address to make sure the driver heard you. Mom's mouth pinched. Don't be dramatic. I'm quoting, I said. Sophia finally looked up. It's one night. We'll do a cute brunch with them later. Matching robes. I'm not a robe. I'm your sister. She shrugged, then kissed the air next to my cheek. You'll always land on your feet, which is what people say when they're pushing you. I put the cards on the table. I turned to go. In the kitchen, I stopped. Mom's voice floated in from the hallway like steam. And Melissa can handle it, she said. Handle what? My heart did that double beat. Sophia whispered, Don't stress her. She'll think you're using her. I am using her, Mom said, soft, like a confession. She doesn't mind. She's the responsible one. I leaned into the wall. The tile was cool through my shirt. I looked at the clock. The second hand ticked like a metronome for a song I didn't want to play. I left without saying anything. I've learned that facts are stronger when they arrive on paper. That night, I printed 3 copies of everything I had already paid for this year that wasn't mine. The van for Grandma's memorial. The hotel for Aunt Carol when her roof leaked. Sophia's brand shoe balloons. I put them in a manila folder and slid it under my bed like a fireproof box. Saturday morning, Mom called with the sentence that started all this. I made pancakes. I watched my kids eat like small leaders of a tiny country I actually believe in. At noon, we went to the park. Around 3 o'clock, I got a text from Sophia. Can you get here a bit early and help the coordinator? Love you. No question mark. No please. No offer to pay the sitter I didn't have. I closed messages. I looked at Noah climbing the rock wall, muscles tight and sure. I looked at Emma feeding a leaf to an ant like a peace treaty. I decided, if there was a line to draw, it would be visible. In public. Simple words. I dressed us all. I combed Emma's hair and let her pick strawberry clips. Noah wore the shirt he calls itchy nice and didn't complain once. I packed crayons and snack bars, because elegance is often hungry. We got in the car. I set the GPS. My stomach felt like a hand had made a fist and refused to unclench. I drove. The venue had velvet chairs and the kind of lighting that makes everyone look like they've slept well. A wall of fake roses waited for photos. A chalkboard said, Sophia and Daniel, a night of elegance. Under it, rules in looping gold. No phones. No kids. No exceptions. Noah read it and blinked. It says no kids, he whispered. You're with me, I said, looking him straight in the eye. You belong where I am. At the check-in table, a woman with a headset smiled like she practiced in front of a mirror. Name, Melissa Morales, I said. 2 kids with me. Her eyes flicked to the board and back. The hosts requested adults only, she said, voice soft, like a sorry that's not hers. Call the hosts, I said. She radioed. You could feel the room looking without turning its head. Mom arrived first, all shell pink and tight smile. Melissa. No. Yes, I said. We talked about this. She hissed through her teeth. You talked at me. I corrected. Sophia appeared, hair in waves, dressed like a champagne bubble. This is an adult dinner, she said, sweet and sharp. They can watch a movie in the car. It's not even hot. They're not pets. They're people, I said. Daniel, who'd been trying to pull it all off, offered. We have a seating plan. Add 2 chairs to mine, I said. They'll draw. They won't drink your centerpiece water. Mom hissed. Don't make a scene. I'm making a seat, I said. The coordinator decided she'd rather move chairs than manage an explosion. We can add 2 at the end, she said. Thank you, I said. I gave the kids paper and pens. I whispered. Bathroom. Tap my arm twice. Hungry. Tap once. They nodded. Noah loves rules when they make sense. The first course came with speeches. Daniel's father said legacy like a password. Mom cried and used the phrase maintaining standards. Sophia's friend said, curate our circle. I counted down in my head to steady my breathing. A server slid a pink envelope onto my plate like a magic trick. From the hosts, she whispered. My name was on it in Sophia's handwriting. A heart over the I in Melissa like we were in middle school. I opened it. Inside, house policies on blush cardstock. Future family meal rules about dress code, noise, phone etiquette, exit strategy. Then invoices. One from the florist with my portion highlighted. One from the venue for overage buffer with a note in Sophia's curl. You always help. One from the print shop for the very menus I had designed and printed. Reimburse Mom. At the bottom, in a playful font that made my teeth hurt, if you want to eat with us again. I felt something go still inside me. Not collapse. Alignment. Like a spine straightening. I looked up. Sophia was watching, smile bright, and waiting like the envelope was a cute joke, and I was supposed to laugh. I nodded once. Got it, I said. Mom exhaled, like I'd done the right thing. I sat through the rest. I cut Emma's chicken. I told Noah 3 quiet facts about stars because that's how we do calm. I paid attention to the time it takes to pass a basket of bread when no one is feeding you on purpose. The bill came in a little leather folder. The server angled it to me like gravity had a preference. I didn't make a speech. I didn't cry. I slid my card in. I signed like it was a receipt for drywall. $620 and some cents. It looked like a car payment and an apology. Noah leaned against my arm and mouthed, okay? I nodded. He nodded back. Our small treaty. On the way out, Sophia hugged me hard. You're the best, she whispered. There was champagne on her breath and a certainty in her tone that made me want to wash my hands. 2 months later, it was her wedding day. I brought an envelope. The morning after the dinner, I woke before the kids. The apartment had that early quiet that feels like a clean page. I made coffee. I opened my laptop. Folders. Names. Dates. I am good at documentation because life taught me that people forget facts when feelings are prettier. I created receipts, screenshots, audio promises. I uploaded the chalkboard photo, the pink house policies, the invoices, the signed credit slip, Mom's text about pretending, the email thread where Daniel's mom wrote no children under 12. A screenshot of Sophia's story, adult only to keep the vibe. Then I wrote one email. Short. Attached are our costs from the engagement dinner that I covered. Please advise on reimbursement timing. Sophia replied with 3 hearts. You're amazing, big sis. It's a tight month. Mom will circle back. Mom texted, we'll settle after the bridal shower. Don't be rigid. The bridal shower happened. It was pink, perfumed, and sponsored by Passive Aggression. Mom told Aunt Carol, loud enough for me to hear. Melissa insisted on paying. She gets so dramatic. Insisted. Dramatic. I added both to my mental list of promises. 2 weeks later, Sophia emailed a PDF titled Family Agreement Moving Forward. It read like a restaurant policy. Adult-only meals by default. Dress code elevated casual. Contributions proportional to income. Hosts reserve the right to curate guest list. I replied, I decline to opt in. I will attend family events with my children or not at all. I will not participate in cost-sharing plans I didn't design. Please don't assign me bills. Mom called within minutes. How dare you embarrass your sister, she said. By drawing boundaries, I said. By emailing, she snapped. Paper keeps the truth from getting lost, I said. Sophia called, crying. You hate me. I love you, I said. I don't love being your wallet. That's cruel, she wailed. That's a boundary, I said. For a week, quiet. Then a flurry. Can you do place cards for the wedding? Can you pick up Great Aunt Ruth from the airport? Daniel's mom wants a video slideshow. Yours was so good. I answered like a form. Place cards? Yes, if reimbursed upfront. Airport? I'll be at Noah's game. Slideshow? Yes. $150. Mom texted. Family doesn't invoice family. I texted back. Family also doesn't invoice family for dinner. We can start fresh. I started putting together something else. A letter. Not a manifesto. Not a grenade. A formality. Title. Notice of cost allocation and participation terms. Part 1. Itemized list of what I paid in the last 3 years for family events. Grandma's van rental. Thanksgiving hotel rooms for Carol's kids. Sophia's brand shoot balloons, confetti, studio fee, engagement dinner. Totals. Dates. Copies. Part 2. My terms. Any event that excludes my children excludes me. I will not pay vendors I didn't hire. I will not be volunteered by committee. Any bill with my name on it will be returned unopened. Any disrespect of my children ends my participation immediately. Financial help I offer will be in writing and on my schedule, or it will not exist. No threats. No caps lock. Simple lines. Like curb paint. This side. That side. I printed 6 copies. Manila envelopes. Names in black marker. Mom. Sophia. Aunt Carol. Dad's sister. Daniel's parents. An extra. Wedding week arrived like a glittery truck. The group chat was busy with hair, nails, last-minute magic. Mom posted the seating chart with a line of hearts. I looked for my name. Not at the main tables. At overflow. I wrote, Am I invited? Mom replied, Of course, darling. We're keeping the main tables intimate. You understand. I did understand. They were still curating me. I said yes because I wanted daylight. I wanted to be seen saying no in a room that preferred secrets. On the day, I got dressed in a navy dress with pockets, because pockets are dignity. I did Emma's hair, even though it wasn't my week. She wanted to see Annie's princess dress. I promised photos. I kissed both kids and told them pizza rules for Dad's night. I slid the envelopes into my bag. The wedding ceremony was beautiful, in the way things are when a lot of money stands very still. Sophia looked like the best version of the person she wants to be. Daniel looked relieved. At the reception, a blush envelope sat at each place setting. To keep the night magical, We invite our guests to contribute to our future. Tiers with names.
Sparkle. Shine.
Legacy. I laughed out loud once, then pressed my tongue to my teeth to stop. Mom appeared at my shoulder. You know what to do, she said. I do, I said and stood. I didn't grab the mic. I didn't clink a glass. I walked to Sophia and Daniel between songs. Congratulations, I said. I brought you something. Sophia smiled like a photo. I handed her the envelope with her name. She slid a nail under the flap, pulled out the pages, scanned, blinked. What is this? She asked, her voice small. Accounting, I said. And my terms. Mom arrived like a siren. Melissa, not now. It is now, I said, gentle. Daniel took the papers. His eyebrows rose. Is this correct? Receipts attached, I said. We can do installments, or call it even if you agree to the terms going forward. Are you threatening us? Mom asked. I'm informing you, I said. Clarity isn't cruelty. Sophia's eyes watered. You're ruining my wedding. I'm not raising
My voice, I said.
I'm giving you the thing you asked for in your envelope. Terms for eating together. People were watching in the way people always watch when a polite room gets honest. Daniel's mother drifted over. Perfume first. Is there a problem? We're resolving an accounting, I said. Mom snapped. Get out. If that's the choice, say it clearly. So we all remember the same version tomorrow. I replied. Sophia whispered. We'll pay you back for the dinner. It's not about that, I said. Pay me or don't. The terms stand. I placed the other envelopes on the gift table. One labeled anyone who wants to discuss my role. I turned and walked out. No slamming. No tears. In the car I shook once, fast like a dog after rain. Then I drove home and slept like I had closed a tab that had been open for years. They didn't pay the full amount. Not right away. Sophia sent a check for a piece that mattered. Mom sent a long text about how family doesn't keep score. I wrote back, family also doesn't invoice attendance. Let's both stop pretending. It's been a journey and honestly, it's still ongoing. But for the first time, I feel like I'm writing the rules of my own life. It's incredibly freeing. Have you ever had to draw such a hard line with your own family? What was your breaking point, and how did you finally stand up for yourself? Tell me your stories in the comments below. I really want to hear what you think.